Start of a massive series, the first of three T20Is between India and Australia. Kick this series off at the Gabba in Brisbane on Wednesday. Sean Tate and Murali Kartik join me on ESPNcricinfo Matchday to look ahead to it. Welcome, gentlemen. Let's start with you, Kartik, because all the talk that's coming from Australia and the look of that squad, it almost seems like India are the stronger team, at least for this format.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We've been doing well in this format, obviously, with the kind of team which we have. And also, it's been a bit surprising from Australia to rest some players. I can understand if they're very tired or extremely injury prone or have a lot of niggles, then I can understand that. But I've always believed that if you have not reached the base of the Mount Everest and you're thinking of eclipsing it, then you need to have your best players, at least with the start of the series. So from that point of view, India start off as favourites. Also, with the likes of Warner and Smith missing, it gives the upper hand to India.
Okay, now that's an interesting one, Sean, because no Mitchell Starc, no Pat Cummins. There are a lot of T20 specialists that Australia have picked. But in spite of having all these specialists, this has not been a format they've thoroughly enjoyed, not just in recent times, but for a while now. You agree with Kartik? They should have looked to field their strongest possible 11?
I think so, especially when you're playing teams like India. If you're playing the best teams in the world, I think no matter what the format is or what game it is, you need to play your best team. Having said that, the bowlers they've got are pretty good bowlers. It's not Stark or it's not Cummins, but they've still got decent T20 bowlers, which is hopefully their saving grace. But I do tend to agree when you're playing big tournaments against India, you do have to. I think you should feel your best side.
Let's try and figure out India's best team as far as Murali Kartik is concerned, and if he had to field his 11, that's the 11 that he'd put out. Now, I'm interesting to note, Kartik, that you've stuck with 5 specialist bowlers after the return of Jasprit Bumrah to this side. You're not tempted to play Krunal Pandya as a possible 6th option for Virat Kohli, who of course returns to this team after being rested for the T20s against the West Indies. And you've also got place for all of KL Rahul, Dinesh Karthik and Rishabh Pant, no Manish Pandey. Thoughts on that team?
I picked the best possible 5 seamers who are there, or best possible 5 bowlers who are there at the moment. 3 seamers and the 2 spinners. I think the 2 spinners are going to enjoy bowling on those surfaces with those boundaries, possibly against the spin. Anyone who's going to take them on is at their own risk. When it comes to the batting, look, I've got a lot of time for KL Rahul. Every time he's played with a lot of freedom, he's looked a different player. And when it comes to Rishabh Pant, look, he's been picked ahead. The team management likes him. The captain likes him. So he has to have that continuity. And when it comes to Krunal Pandya, look, I definitely feel that he's still a batsman who can bowl a bit. So I would still hope that these 5 bowlers can deliver for you and possibly a couple of overs to chip in from the likes of Rohit Sharma, because he's not done that for a while. So
very well. What about Australia's 11? They've got a lean squad of 13 to pick from, Sean Tate, and after folding in a rain-affected game at Carrara recently against South Africa, that's the team that you've gone for. So there's just no place for the extra spin of Ashton Agar. Jason Behrendorff will lead this attack alongside Billy Stanley and Nathan Coulter-nile in the absence of regular seamers Mitchell Starc and Pat Cummins. You don't have place for Andrew Tye, who knows a thing or two about bowling to India's batsmen in the IPL. Teddy, just thoughts on why you've picked that team?
Purely because it's at the Gabba, I think. For the Behrendorff, you probably could have put Behrendorff on the bench and played Tye instead. But I think at the Gabba, the ball's going to skip through. Behrendorff's got the height and he's got a little bit of pace. Hopefully to bowl, that awkward length to the Indian batsman. And Behrendorff was a bit lean last game. He went for 15 off his first over. But in the past, he has bowled really well to India. And I think on a big occasion against the Indians at the Gabba, I think someone like Behrendorff will get up for that. So he's a good bowler, left arm as well. So it's a good balance for the side. So I went with him over Tye. And to be honest, Tye has been hit around by these Indian guys in the past as well. So I'm not sure he's the answer. If it doesn't work out with Behrendorff this game, you could bring AJ Tye in for the next one.
There are a few that have been hit around by these Indian guys these days, Teddy. But last word, in the absence of Warner and Smith, is it time for an Aaron Finch or a Glenn Maxwell, someone senior in that team, to actually make an impact, carry the team through a series with bat? That doesn't seem to be coming. They seem to have at least the ingredients in the bowling. Batting seems a clear mismatch with India.
I think you're exactly right. If you look at the Indian side, you've got probably, a great batting lineup, but you've got Sharma and Kohli that take it upon themselves to carry the side at certain times. So those 2 guys always seem to stand up, and that's where you have, even Chris Lynn. He's been around a while now. He's smashed attacks out the park in the Big Bash and the IPL. He'll be looking to stand up on the international scene, Chris Lynn, big time. And like you said, Finch as well. And you could probably put Maxwell in that category. A guy that's been around enough now, played against India a hell of a lot, played in the IPL. So those three guys especially need to carry this side, yeah.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.